This is such an idiot because it's not letting me for some reason. But what I wanted to tell you, and I don't know how long I am going to be able to talk because work is getting done. But what I wanted to talk about specifically is I got some purchases. This beauty has got to have Lasianthera. It's got to. It's a Gyrac something. And then this little beauty, which is Paphelini. Very, very nice plant. Miniature path species from China. Resides up on wooded cliffs, limestone cliffs specifically, in wooded evergreen forests. It's a shady condition and very moist. And then last but not least, Paphocrinum. And this is a really nice one because this has numerous fans, 3 at least. So chances are this will be successful. This also is from the Yunnan province of China. More or less a cool grower, about 1,400 meters to 2,000, so I'm taking a risk. But it likes good moisture year-round. It likes good shade, but dappled sun. And it resides on trees on the north-facing mountainous wooded cliffs in China. I have heard the problem with this plant is most of the time when you get these, which they are very rare to come by in the first place, it's usually only one fan, and being that paths are very slow growing and hard to repot, well, they're just difficult to have the patience and to get the multiple fans on to green them. Very slow grower, most paths are. And once that happens, then you can be more successful, but this has 3. So my success is almost guaranteed, I hope. To answer Veen's question about paths, specifically when they are seedlings, and I know I have a seedling here. When they are seedlings, as this is, for example, they need to be potted up in a very fine mix because the roots are very fine, but they do not want to dry out too much. Sphagnum moss is best, but the difficulty in sphagnum moss versus a little seedling bark mix is sphagnum moss you have to repot every year. This bark mix, I don't think it keeps the roots hydrated enough for seedlings. They need to be constantly wet. And so I wouldn't move them into a bark mix until they have formed multiple fans. Before that, I would put them in sphagnum moss. Like for instance, this. And this has multiple fans. And it's got another flower coming right there. That's my Heleni. But until the plants get to be bloom size, which is when they form another little growth or 2, which requires patience. that is when they really begin to speed up and bloom more frequently, when they begin to make little babies. And at that point, I would switch them out of sphagnum into a bark mix or a phalaenopsis mix, one that has drainage, leca, perlite, but it also has a little bit of either a sponge rock or cocoa husk. That cocoa husk would be perfect, or sphagnum, but most people are afraid of sphagnum. But then you have to repot the bark every 2 years, sphagnum every year, and that's what probably does most seedling paths in, because they aren't repotted at the appropriate time, and the roots become rotted out by the acidic media. But this is my special to green them, and then this beautiful, which I'm sure all of you saw on eBay. So anyway, I'm keeping it short and sweet. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your orchids. Hey, Denise. See you soon. Bye.